Well, greetings, fellow traders. How's everybody doing this evening? It is Wednesday, April the 22nd. Can you believe that? This month is almost over. Time is flying by, and yeah, so is the market. Let's bring up the chart because the market's open already. And yeah, we're just a minute or so, a little more than a minute into the market, into the open today. It gapped down a little bit. It ended up right here at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We opened way down here. So pulled back and ran right back up. So let's just see where it goes from here. As per usual, we are looking for the same old thing we're always looking for because we don't change it up much. You know what we're looking for is the run, reversal, continuation. Same old thing, right? And let's see if we can find one back here. So if you're new to the channel, you can see what it looks like. This is a run, 3 down, a reversal, and a continuation. This one, does it go back enough to lose? Probably does. And then it runs again, reversal, continuation here, and then it goes on down again. This one's enough to win. So that's what we're looking for, run, reversal, continuations. Now, there are some reasons why sometimes we won't take a trade if it's a run, reversal, and continuation. But like here, we have a run, reversal, continuation, and it goes up and it goes big. So that's all we're looking for. It's a very, very basic trade. And again, there are some things that we do look for that caution us before we enter a trade. And I'll go over a couple of those before something sets up, just to set the stage. So what we have down here at the very bottom, we have our MACD. Now, I don't trade the MACD. I do use it to inform me, to kind of give me an idea as to when not to enter a trade. And what is that? I'm going to move this up a little bit because nothing's happening yet. We have at least a couple minutes before anything can happen. This yellow line and this blue line here, the yellow line is called the MACD. The blue line is called the signal. And when these lines are interacting with this big white line here in the middle, that's called the zero line, I don't take a trade. Here's why. When say the price action is coming down here, like this blue candle is moving down, that candle will be red on your screen if you haven't changed yours already. If it's coming down and it interacts with this this white zero line, it's going to usually push that price action back up. So it will be coming down, and if it hits the zero line, you'll see a reversal in the price action, just as you're seeing right here. Now, this reversal could be because we're because of what's happening right here, and we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, when the price action is moving downward, and the MACD, either the blue or the yellow line, there's a blue line, there's a yellow line that came up and crossed, right? And then they'll turn and go back up. They'll just oscillate back and forth. But when they come in contact with the zero line, then we got a problem, and we do not want to be in a trade. If we're going up, it's going to push it down. If it's going down, it's going to push it up. And so we just don't want to be in a trade if we can help it when that occurs, right? Now, above that, we have this thing. This is called the RSI, right? That's our second indicator, but we use it actually more than we use this one down here. Now, the RSI informs us as to when the market's going to turn around also. You see how the RSI came down here to this yellow line? This yellow line is called support. When it came down here, especially when it hits that red line, it's going to turn around pretty much always, right? And you saw that happen right here. On this blue candle, price action came down and the market turned around. And that sort of informs us also as to not try to trade and go short or go down or trade down. We don't want to trade down into support because it generally turns around, right? Likewise, we have a yellow line up here, right? That's called resistance. Support down here, resistance up here. We go up here, we hit it, and price action, if it's moving upward, will tend to come right back down for at least a little bit, right? So if we're up here and we want to trade up, we will not do that if we are at the yellow line, and certainly if we're at the red line. Okay. Now on this, we also have a teal colored line, a bluish green, seafoam, whatever you want to call it. It's at the number 50 over here. If you go all the way over here, you'll see a number 50. I placed that there because what I found is we are safer if we trade to go up when we are above the 50-yard line, and we're safer if we trade to go down if we are below the 50-yard line. So we have to trade up from here, but not into the ceiling. We have to trade down from here, but not into the floor. And we can't be involved with the zero line also. So I know that's a lot of things that causes us to not enter a trade. But more than not, when we follow those rules, we make successful trades. Now that is not to say that we won't see that run reversal continuation occur, and then we not take the trade because of what I just talked about, and it doesn't go the distance that we would like to see it go. That can still happen, but all too often it does not happen, and as a result, we don't take those trades. Here's why. You see these little things over here, these magenta colored right angles. This right angle from this 90-degree turn up to the top, that's 25 ticks. Likewise, this one is 25 ticks. So if I want to trade, let's say if I want to trade long, I want to go long the market, if I want to go up and it goes down and hits this, it's going to take me out of the trade. The thing is if I hit this down here, it's going to cost me more than this paid me. So I have to be really, really careful to make the right trades. Now it looks like the market's turned around. Looks like we're headed up. Now, if you are a MACD trader, you're looking now because you're thinking, well, okay, this thing's going to cross at some point, and when it does, you can take it and trade it up. I don't trade that though. I look for this 1, 2, 3, 4 reversal, and then a continuation on up, just like I showed you a minute ago. However, the RSI is below the 50-yard line, so if it crossed below the 50-yard line, I would not take it. I want to take it if it's above the 50-yard line. Okay, so I like to see another candle or two that's white, and then a blue one that reverses and comes down, then one that goes up when we are above the 50-yard line. Does that make sense? Let me know if it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, if I'm talking too much and I'm confusing you, just let me know. I try to be concise, and I try to be thorough also, so that maybe causes me to give a little bit too much information sometimes. So we don't have anything really going on just yet. This is a nice little run, okay? But if this candle here ends up blue, right, then we're not going to get up past the 50-yard line. And unless it turns around, plays around for a little while, and then gets up there and goes way up here. But it just depends on how far it goes. If it goes way up here, then I'm not going to take it, because if it does, if it does, and it probably will at some point tonight, if it does, I'll tell you why I wouldn't take it when that occurs. So we have these rules that this is a rules-based trading or trade. So we do have these rules that inform us as to when we should or should not enter a trade. It's not just simple run reverse continuation, although that is the meat of it. There are some things that inform us as to when that might not work out for us. So I'm going to pause it right here, and if something materializes, we'll come back, and that way maybe we won't make this 1-hour video. Okay, I need to jump in here and give you guys why I will not take a trade if it looks like it's occurring here, because the trade opportunity has ended. Here's what happened. Okay, I want to spread this out a little bit so you can see it a little better. Okay, so we have our run here, and it looks like we're running out of gas, right? We just came up here and we just petered out. But one thing that really cancels it for us is this line right here. Okay, this is called a no decision. Nothing happened here, right? And so that tells me that we've really lost momentum, and it looks like we were already losing momentum a moment ago when I was speaking, and looks like we really have. So even if this ends blue and then turns white and goes up, I can't take it because I lost momentum going into the reversal. Now if I get a no decision candle on the right side of the first reversal candle, it's okay. Okay, but I can't have it going into it. So unfortunately, if we thought we were going to get something really early, we're not. We did have it last night, but I didn't take it. Bad decision. Probably should have. Nah, I shouldn't have. I made the right decision. Made the right decision to take the one night before last. But anyway, so yeah, that's where we are right now, and I'll be back when something happens. So like I said, it would be a trade that I would not enter, and I just want to show you how it panned out. Again, we had the run and a bit of a reversal here, but we had this no decision candle. We also had a doji here, so we had two reasons to not take this. We don't take dojis ahead of the if it's part of the run, and we don't take no decision candles, right? So we had the reversal and the continuation, And so if you took this trade, you lost because it reversed and came right back down. And you can see 25 ticks it hit right there. And some people might say, why don't you just move it, move it down, down, down. Well, where do you stop? You're emptying out your account as you're doing that. So we just want to make good decisions, good sound decisions, right? And if you don't know if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say, I'm not entering these for this reason, on the channel, on the YouTube channel, in the playlist, you'll see there's just 2 videos there, and one of them's titled 5 trades that I do not enter, and then there's one called the wobble, which we'll probably see tonight because we've been seeing it every other night, unfortunately. But yeah, so what you'll want to do is go back and take a look at those, and they will inform you as to why we don't enter trades, although they look like they're a perfect setup. And sometimes they'll work out, but half of the time they won't. And here's the problem with that, where you're winning for 25 and losing for 25, is that your losses hurt you more than your wins help you. And so we can't afford a 50-50. We can't even afford a 60-40 split. We need 70-75 or better. And so if we only get one trade a night and we're hitting for like 80-90%, then you know what? We're going to take that. So I just wanted to explain to you what happened there, and we'll go back to, you'll go back to what you're doing. Well, for you, it'll just be a split second. But for me, I'll continue trading and see you in a bit. Okay, so another what looks like an opportunity that I won't take, right? Looks like we have a run here, then a reversal and continuation, but I can't take it because of this doji here. Like I said over here, if I don't take a doji here, then I can't take dojis here, right? So we had a run, but once this doji appeared, then yeah, the count starts over. So I can't take this if it were to complete, and I think it does right about here. It'll probably go on the win just to embarrass me. We are above the 50-yard line, so that does say you want to trade up. That's a momentum move right there. But we lost momentum within the run. Some people might call that slippage. That might be a good word for it. But we lost momentum here, and so we had the run, lost momentum, continue, and then the reversal, which just shows a little bit of weakness in the run. Doesn't mean it can't go up there and reach that point right there, right, for 25 ticks. But it could also come back and do this. And again, we don't need to be trading, because we're sitting here clicking on something just because, it looks like, we might get there, right? Because it looked like we might get there when we did it here, right? And it didn't. Why? Because like I said, we had this going on, right? And then we got it going on over here. Now, again, I'm no guru. All I've done is sit here and watch this thing for hundreds of hours, and this is what I've recognized. And let's see, our RSI is above the 0 line. So again, that indicates that we can trade, we can go long, but our MACD has come in contact with the 0 line. And as you can see, it contacted it here. And what happened on the next candle? It pushed back a little bit. Now it can still go up. We got some room. If it can escape, we have a little bit of space before the signal line gets there. Because when the signal line gets there, it can push it back also. But again, these are just things that inform us to help us to hopefully not make a mistake. And this one's already lost. As you can see, the wick's already down there. And the full candles there now. So that one's over. All right. So I'm just sharing this with you. I mean, it causes my videos to be a little bit longer, but I share this with you so that you don't make these mistakes, the same mistakes that I made when I was trying to figure this thing out. But it just took me a while to figure it out. But then once I did, now I know, and I don't sweat. If I don't get into a trade or if I don't have one for an hour. Well, I'll be honest. I've sat here sometimes and it's been like an hour and a half, and I'm like, I got to do something. And then what happens? My emotions get carried away. I jump in and then I lose. So this is not a place for emotions. This is a place for recognizing the pattern and just playing the pattern. If that's all we do, then I think we'll do well. Oh, by the way, the green line, that's 6 o'clock. The 8 line, that's 8 o'clock. I'm done there. I won't go any further. And without further ado, I'm going to put you on pause and come back and see you when something groovy is happening. So we are looking like we've been looking for the past, I don't know how many nights where the market doesn't really go anywhere. And now I've got this thing in here. For those of you who don't know, this is called the wobble. I have a video on the wobble on the channel also. If you look in the playlist, you'll see just two videos there, or two playlists there. And in the wobble, there's only one video that talks about this thing right here, and it really disrupts price action, and it causes it to kind of hang out in a certain area, right? And so I noticed this earlier when I was talking about, what was I talking about? I was talking about what's going on here when we had this run in reversal, and I said I wasn't going to take this. I saw this candle here that's 25 ticks, and I went, oh, not again, but it is what it is. And sure enough, what'll happen is it'll cause price action to just wobble between these lines here, these red lines I have, and these red lines are 25 ticks apart. So if I were to take a right angle and put it up here, which is what I want to trade for, there it is, 25 ticks. Don't know why that happens, okay, but why that is. So what happens is it comes up here and it gets stuck in here. It tries to escape, but it pulls it right back down into it. It tries to escape again. It pulls it up, tries to escape, and we're right back in it. Now, what I have learned is that it is not wise for me to enter a trade when either of the trade setup candles are inside or touching the wobble in any shape, form, or fashion, right? So if we have a run here, like we got 1, 2, 3, and then we got 4 candles here, and say we get a reversal and a continuation, I can't take that trade. So we come down here, we get a pullback, and then continue on down. Why? Because we started out up here in the wobble, right? Or maybe the reversal candle goes up and taps the wobble, and then the continuation comes down, to exceed the reversal. I can't take that either. Why? Because they went up into the wobble. And so and I did that last night, and you guys know that if you looked at that, when you saw me doing it, you probably thought, why is he doing that? Because I can do dumb stuff sometimes. And actually, now that I've got this thing pretty much figured out, I won't say that I'm an expert or perfect at it, but the hardest thing for me to overcome is my own tendencies. And actually, I think I talked about that last night. Sometimes what we need to figure out is what our tendencies are that causes us to not be successful at a particular thing. And if it's trading that you're wanting to do, and you find that you're like me and that you can be impetuous sometimes, and we can all be a little bit, then embrace it, own it, and then figure out a way to work around it. Now, I pretty much figured it out. I knew that when I was taking that trade that it was in the wobble, but I did it anyway. So actually, I didn't figure it out because I did it anyway, right? So because if I had figured it out, I wouldn't have done it, right? But anyway, we are in the wobble, and as long as we are touching, we have candles that are touching this thing right here. I can't take a trade, and this could cause this thing to do this all night, and it did it last night until we got up here, and it took off, right? And so hopefully we don't have to wait that long, but you won't, because I'm going to pause it here, and I'll see you when something interesting comes about. Okay, so we have another run, a reversal, and a continuation inside the wobble, right? I'm not taking it. If I had taken it, I'd be entering right about here, but I'm not taking it because the wobble is pretty much undefeated. You can play with it all you want, but look at this from the start of the night. Okay, enter, reverse. Enter and fail, right? Because it's in the wobble. In the wobble here, it failed. In the wobble, pull down, reverse, and go. It failed. In the wobble again, pull down, reverse, and nope, go. It failed again. Now this one, I believe, will go ahead and pass because we are a good distance from the zero line. We've been farting around there for a while, and we are comfortably above the 50-yard line. But that's just how I feel. That's not, I can't trade based on feelings. But if I did, I'd be in pretty good shape right now. Of course, the trade isn't over. You could always exit early. But if I had entered the trade, we'd be positive right now. So let's just see how it works out. Like I said, I think it's going to go. We got about 41 seconds left on this candle, but of course it could pull back and take 5 minutes to clear it. But because it's in the wobble, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. The whole darn trade is the whole setup is in the wobble. So it can still pull back, but let's just see where it goes. We'll let the music play and see where it takes us. Here's the thing too, in order for this trade to fail, it would have to come almost all the way back to the bottom of the wobble, which, maybe it's working its way up. You see it pull up and then go back and pull up and go back. So maybe it's working its way up. Last night we had one almost exactly like this, an entry almost exactly like this, and it just shot up for probably 100 ticks, right? But we couldn't just jump in because we're just feeling like we want to, get something out of it. So we have to wait and let it do its thing. So it's negative right now, just barely, just, when we're below that green line that I set there, that's the entry at the top of this candle. So it's a little bit negative now, but yeah, like I say, it could be beginning to work its way up. We got almost another run. We almost had 1, 2, 3, but then we got a no decision. So a reversal here and go up, can't do that either because, still we're in the wobble, but then we have a no decision, just like the first trade that we thought we could enter. But there are these rules that we have that allow us to be consistently positive in or profitable in our trade. So because if we didn't follow them, we'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 trades in the hole. And at the rate this market has been going, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 nights. That's almost a whole week of wiping out a whole week's of wins. So we have to follow the rules, guys. And there's nothing you can do. I'm sure some of you who have been with me for the past several weeks are probably saying, you know what, this isn't working. But you can go back and look at all the information I shared with you last year in November and early this year when I looked at December, January, and February. You can see we just didn't have this. But this is just, I don't know if it's what's happening overseas. I don't know what it is, but something's causing the market to, at least during this period of time, to just go nowhere. So again, it looks like it's going to go on up and be a win, which would be nice. That would be nice, so that maybe we can get out of here and then go somewhere and get a trade. But I won't keep talking. I'll come back to you when we have something worth looking at. There was a commercial back in the 90s, I believe it was, where the people would, in the commercial, they would take the heel of their hands and hit themselves on the forehead, and they'd say, I could have had a V8. Well, maybe tonight I'm that same person saying I could have had a V8 because I've sat through all of this and nothing has emerged. Well, a few things, and it's really a great lesson, even though I had no entry opportunities, in my opinion. And here's what's happened. Okay, the market opened up, pulled up here, got doji and a no decision, and reversal, pulled up, and it lost. And the market pulled up again and reversal, and it lost. Why? Because I recognized that we are in the wobble, and it fell right back down and lost to here. We go on over here, and the market runs down 1, 2, 3, 4, reversal, and go. But no, it pulls back. Why? Because we're in the wobble. And it goes on again. 1, 2, 3, reversal, and go. And that's a one and done. I used to love those. And I do. Unless it's in the wobble, which it is here. So what happens? It reverses and goes right back up and knocks you out. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Okay, here's an opportunity. Reverse and go. And yes, this one passed. I kind of felt like it was going to pass because I thought we were going to go ahead and take off. But I didn't take it because of why? We're in the wobble. Okay, now we have another opportunity over here. Looks like one. That's a doji. Full candle, reversal, and go, and no. Why? Because of the doji. Dojis and no decision candles we cannot have as part of the final 3 candles that are the run. This would have been, if it had been a full candle here, something like this or something like this, or even something like this one, right? I would have taken this trade, but it wasn't, because why? We have slippage here. It's like you're running and you step on a banana peel and your foot slips, so you lose momentum. And so we lost momentum, even though we got the reversal and continuation. We can't take it. So the lesson is here: follow the rules. Now, this rule right here, this doji, and the one over here with the both the doji and the no decision candles, those are in the video. The 5 entries that I will not take. And as you can see, I didn't take this entry, didn't take that entry. And so listen, you might look at this one and say, well, hey, this one passed. Take that one. Well, if I'm going to take this one and the whole darn setup is in the wobble, why would I not take this one or this one or this one or this one? You had 4 in a row that failed, and then you want to take this one? Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, it looks good, and you'll think, well, if I'd done it, I'd be up for the night, but no. History tells you that you don't want to do this. It fails as much as, if not more than, it passes, right? And so if you take this, what you would be doing is reinforcing a bad habit. That bad habit being stepping away from the rules and just jumping in. Because if you do this, tomorrow night you're going to do this one, right? Or this one, or this one, or this one, and then you start to unravel. Okay, or you might end up taking this one where this right here happened. So we're 2 minutes past 8 o'clock now, so I don't see any reason for me to go on with this, guys. This is just a lesson in what not to do, and the market demonstrated it for us. It stayed in this wobble all night long, and like I've said before, once it starts, it has a gravitational pull to pull the price action right back into it. And as long as it's doing that, you just can't enter a trade. Anyway, guys, I wished we had a better night, because we've been doing this far too long. I was hoping to get at least one trade in, and then another one tomorrow, and get a reasonable week going. But we don't always have those opportunities. Sometimes we have to just take what the market gives us, and tonight it gave us nothing. So a bit back nothing burger for a Wednesday night. But you know what? Our money's still in our pocket, and we're still moving on. So until next time, guys, thanks so much for joining me. See you tomorrow night.